Sorry about that. If you are an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. Um, Apparently maybe the Ten of Swords wanted to come out. Maybe that's relevant for some of you. We'll go ahead and take a look at your read. I hope that's not relevant for any of you. Burdens and overwork. It's not. I mean, that's totally something you would do to yourself, Aries, but I hope that's not what's in the cards for you for March. All right, so let's go ahead. Do you like my new deck? I just got this deck for my birthday, Alice in Wonderland Tarot. I think you can find it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. It's not one of those decks that like is a little bit more it's not made from a super private seller, I don't think. Yeah, it's Disney. It's made by Disney. So, but yeah, either way, I love this deck. So let's go ahead and get started for you, Aries. So, Spirit, what is coming out for Aries in love and relationships? Aries for love. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups. That's good. Aries, love and relationships, please, Spirit. Aries, love and relationship. Okay. And we have the Two of Cups. So I feel like that kind of speaks for itself, Aries. Like you're going towards the deepening of a relationship or the start of a new relationship, and it ends up improving your family and home life. We really like this for you. So that's a great reading right there. And I feel like it doesn't really need any extra explanation. This star right here is kind of sticking out to me a little bit. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points on it. And I don't know, that might be relevant for some of you. Maybe this is something that happens around the 8th. That is after the full moon, actually. So if you've been trying to manifest a partner or harmony within your family, that looks like it's coming towards you, Aries. Let's go ahead and shuffle and see what's coming towards you for career and finance. Okay. Spirit, what's coming to Aries for career and finance, please? Okay, you want to come out? We'll put this right here. All right, so we have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Spirit, what's coming to Aries in career and finance, please? This one wants to come out, I feel like. And we have the Empress. Okay, so the Empress is Cancer energy. If that resonates for any of you. I heard house, like you're doing something remotely. I feel like for those of you who are more comfortable in your domestic realms, you're doing something more remotely. And I mean, the Empress is creativity. And then the Four of Swords in the reverse is actually, I believe it's a time of like ending any rest, ending any hesitation, going for whatever it is that you want to do. I'm blinking a little bit, actually. That's embarrassing. So it's been in limbo, but I feel like you're coming out of limbo is actually what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like or you're being filled with ideas for some of you. For some of you, you're being filled with ideas. You're being filled with creativity. So you definitely have something that you want to go towards, right? What else do we have? I'm looking at these flowers right here, how they're outlined, and they're very, very, they're subtle and they're outlined. So yeah, maybe you're in an energy where you're beginning getting ideas about what you want to do, and you do want to do something from home. You do want to work for yourself, and you're starting to get the outline, the basic outline of ideas, or you're brainstorming or something like that. Okay. That's what I see coming to you for career and finance, Aries. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your health and spirituality, okay? Spirit, what's going on for Aries with health and spirituality, please? Spirit, Aries, health and spirituality. Okay, I thought, yes, okay. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups in reverse, health and spirituality, Spirit. Oh. I feel like taking that one. I don't feel called to take that one. All right, so health and spirituality in the reverse. So we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Seven of Swords. All right. So I feel like you need to work on your heart chakra. Oh God, and the sun just brightened when I said that, so I feel like that's confirmation. You need to work on your heart chakra. Because Page of Cups in reverse is someone who's going towards the childish portion of their emotional energy. Maybe some inner child work needs to be done here, especially with the Seven of Spears in the reverse. I'm feeling like to some degree you're very unsure of yourself, Aries, because that's why I feel like, and that's kind of also applying here, where you're just having the outline of ideas, and you're feeling called to get out of a sense of restlessness. I feel like that's kind of coming from here, where you need to work on that heart chakra energy. You have some inner child parenting to do. And with the Seven of Swords, or the Seven of Spears in this case, like that's a feeling of feeling kind of restricted, right? You need to allow yourself to do the healing and feel the confidence that you have within you, Aries. You're a sign that is very, you do tend to be more confident. You do tend to be bold. You do tend to know what you want. And you are a sign that tends to go for it a little bit. Okay. So yeah, definitely do that. Whatever inner child work you need to do, work on that confidence a little bit, and formulate your ideas into something more tangible. Okay, because I feel like these two things are intertwining a lot. And the need to do that inner work is what's keeping you kind of stuck career-wise. I mean, this is blossoming. This is great. But yeah, go ahead and get yourself a little bit unstuck in terms of your heart space, in terms of your confidence. And, you know, really take those ideas and turn them into something during the month of March, Aries. All right, so that's all I have for you. If you have other, we have the other signs as well. If you know your other signs, and go ahead and click on over. Remember, it's always good to look at your sun, moon, and your rising to get the fuller picture of what's going on in particular for you. All right, and have a great month, Aries. Bye. Hello, if you are a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, this is your reading. So we're going to take a look at your 11 relationships, your career and finances, and your health and your spirituality. So let's go ahead and get going. All right, so Spirit, can you give us, okay, right off the bat, we got something for you, Taurus. I feel like just taking that top one that came out. Okay. So we have the Empress in reverse. That is Cancer energy. It might have to do with a Cancer that you know, or someone with that Cancer energy, or if you have Cancer in your chart, that might be especially for you. Okay, we have the Queen of Spears or the Queen of Swords. This could also to do with your mother. I'm getting that for some of you. Um, so how they have the Queen of Hearts right here, and she's also featured in this card. And you see how much larger Alice is? And she's telling her off, right? We have the Empress in reverse. So I'm feeling like issues with your mother or a maternal figure, perhaps one where you feel like you're being more the adult. That's something that I see going on for you, Taurus. Or maybe having to reparent, like reparent your inner child. So maybe it's not your actual physical mother that you are having issues with, but it could be like the way that, when we're children and all the, sorry about that, when we're children and a lot of the things that we hear as children, those become voices in our heads when we're older. That sounds crazy. Um, they become some of those encouraging or discouraging voices that go on in our internal dialogue. So perhaps it's not actually your mother that you're not getting along with, but maybe a bit of internal dialogue that she has basically created within your mind, and that is what you're actually talking back towards. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what else is going, or if you're a mother. If you're a mother, some harshness with you and a child, perhaps. Some difficulties communicating. It's largely about communication here with the Queen of Swords. And the thing about it is because the Queen of Swords is in the upright, she truly believes she is in the right. That is the thing about that. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we have for you for career and finance. All right. I'm going to take these two. I'm not going to take the rest of those though. Okay. So for your career and finance, we do have the Four of Cups in the reverse. And then we also have, what is this? The Nine of Swords in the reverse. So the Nine of Swords in the reverse, that's one of those cards that's probably better in the reverse. And the Four of Cups is another card that's actually really better off in the reverse. And we'll get into why here in a second. Okay. So the thing about, so the Nine of Cups right side up is being really in your head and that overtaking your thoughts, disturbing your sleep, everything like that. What's in the reverse, you're kind of stepping out of that energy. You're fighting against the energy, in fact. And then over here with the Four of Cups, again, I'm sorry, that's not the Four of Cups, that's the Six of Cups. I was looking at it upside down. So it's the Six of Cups in the reverse. So the Six of Cups is actually about childhood memories. In the reverse, though, you're kind of being haunted by that. You're being tormented by that a little bit, which resonates with what's going on over here. The fact that I was going on talking about it as the Four of Cups, for some of you, it could have created this feeling like you missed an opportunity or you were paying so much attention to something that you couldn't have, that you missed something that was meant for you or that was being offered to you at the very least. So there could have been a missed offer for some of you, but for most of you, Yeah, especially with this Empress in reverse over here. Um, that could be affecting your confidence. It's affecting, or it had been affecting your confidence, but it's no longer doing so. And, you know, our career and our finances is a really large place where issues with confidence tend to crop up. Okay, if we don't feel good about ourselves, we don't put our best foot forward typically, and we don't go for things, we don't go for opportunities, basically. But you're coming out of that energy and you're going to start going towards the things that you want at some point. Maybe not exactly this month. This month is more focused on you rebuilding belief in yourself, fixing a lot of that trauma. For some of you, these two things are connected because of a family business. And that's where you got a lot of your ideas and your confidence from. Or a job, like some of you maybe had to work as teenagers to actually help support your families. And you're coming out of whatever that did to your confidence and your beliefs about your ability to make money, and deserve good things. Okay? So let's go ahead and Disappointment by the Cranberries is playing right now, too. So that just is added confirmation. So let's go ahead and take a look at your health and your spirituality. This one, you two are sticking together. Or maybe you're not sticking together. You know, you're not sticking to another card. Okay. That is the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Taurus, health and spirituality. Taurus, health and spirituality. And we have card number 13 with transformation. That is Scorpio energy. So yeah, I especially love this card for transformation or the death card because, like, for me personally, I relate moths and butterflies to that kind of energy a lot. So yeah, you're definitely you might be coming out of a dark night of the soul a little bit for some of you. And there are ways in which going through this death and rebirth, or maybe you're for some of you, you're coming out of it and you're facing truths, and then for others of you, that's going to be what you were doing in March. You are going through a little bit of a rebirth, you're shedding old skin, and you're facing the truths of things that you did not want to see before, which ultimately those things serve us, right? Like, they're often very, very painful. However, they do serve us. I also feel like, for whatever reason, Taurus, I'm kind of looking at the numbers that are on these cards. 3 and 4 and 9 and 7 and 13. Those numbers might be significant for you this month. I don't normally pay attention to, or I do pay attention to things like that, but not usually outside of the major arcana cards. So those numbers might be significant to you. This also, kind of the shadow right here where it looks like a tree, maybe spending some time in nature will help you get through that process, especially as it is becoming spring. And spring is a time of rebirth and renewal, right? That is all I have for you, Taurus. I hope this was helpful to you. Go ahead and click over to your other signs as need be, and I'll see you again. Bye. Hello, if you're a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this reading might be for you. So I noticed two things as I restarted my camera for your reading. I noticed that the sun is starting to hide behind the clouds again. And we have Something in the Way by Nirvana playing in the background. You probably can't quite hear it, just because it is a lower song. It's a moodier song. It's definitely worth a listen, right? So go ahead and if you feel called to check that out, go ahead and check that out. It might have a message in there for you about this month. And otherwise, let's go ahead and get started, Gemini. All right, Spirit. Love and relationships for Gemini, please. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacles also in the reverse. Okay. So, So the Page of Pentacles is somebody who is learning new skills. They have something that they want to pursue and they need to learn it. They need to study it. That's Page energy. However, definitely they're not ready to move. That's for sure. And then with it being in the reverse, I really feel like, especially how his beak is a shovel and these are hammers, like I feel like there is work to do for you in love and relationships, and you're kind of refusing it. Like, especially if there's lessons to learn, you're refusing those lessons. And then with the Ace of Wands over here in the reverse as well, the Ace of Wands in the reverse is really like ignoring your passions, not even acknowledging them. I'm getting for you like a fear of commitment is what I'm getting for some of you, like a really strong fear of commitment. And maybe even for some of you, feeling like you don't deserve what it is that you want in terms of love and relationships, like feeling like you're not deserving of those things, right? So definitely I would recommend, even though this says that you're kind of you're needing to learn these lessons, and it even says that like for some of you, what I'm feeling is like for a lot of you, it's not that you're not learning the lesson, you are resisting it, but really try to identify the areas in which your limiting beliefs are affecting your relationships, are affecting your ability to give and receive love. I think that's something you really need to work on this month, Gemini. So let's go ahead and see what we have for career and finances for you. I even got another song that came up is called "It's Okay to Cry" by Sophie. I don't know if some of you just need to really have a good cry if you're avoiding that. We'll learn more about that when we get to health and spirituality, but let's look at your career and finances right now. Gemini, career and finances, please. Gemini, career and finances. Okay. So we have the Mystery, which is card number 2. This is, and it's in the reverse. This is the High Priestess. Here it's the Cheshire Cat. Career and finances, Spirit, career and finances for Gemini. Okay. Okay, so you got 3 cards for this because we also have the World in the reverse. And we have the Page of Flowers also in the reverse. A lot of reversals for you, Gemini. Maybe you're in your own way. That's something I just heard. So, let's see here. So this is Pisces energy right here. The World, that is, that's fixed energy. That's fixed signs. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus energy. And then Page of Flowers, which is the Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like, again, ignoring passions, ignoring things that you're passionate about, not tending to those things, ignoring your intuition even. And it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck in this energy of, see how she's asleep, Gemini? She's asleep. Yeah, like you're asleep to your intuition, you're asleep to your passions. I really feel like whatever you're doing right now for your career and finances is not even anything that you enjoy. You know, like I feel like what you do right now for career and finances is something that you feel like you have to do for your security and your stability, but it's not fulfilling you. And I feel like your intuition is trying to take you in the direction of a passion, but you are just saying, no, that's pointless, that's stupid. I heard drinking it away just now. For some of you, we don't even have anything down here that suggests that. Like, it's just something I heard. Ugh. So yeah, really, you really need to work on that intuition, Gemini. You really need to work on that intuition. You really need to like tend to those passions. Like, even if they don't even have to start, you don't have to like, I don't know, if you love writing or you love music, you don't have to like quit your job and then just go pursue music or, be a band on the road or anything like that. But, start small. Allow yourself to enjoy your passion as a hobby at first and develop those skills, develop those talents, right? But yeah, I really feel like whatever you're doing right now, like you're not really feeling it, So you need to tend to those passions, tend to those passions. I feel like the two are really interrelated, and I mean that's very common in actuality for like there to be a thread of relation throughout our life. One thing is related to another. We don't experience things in total isolation. So let's see what we have for your health and spirituality, Gemini. Health and spirit. Okay. King of Spears. Okay. And this card wanted to come out. Judgment. So Judgment is Leo energy. And the King of Spears, I mean, this is definitely air sign energy, which you are. You have a lot of major arcana out here. Like almost half of your cards are major arcana. I'm also noticing how this is the King of Spears, and then there's a lot of spears on this card too. And they're facing each other. I don't know why that sticks out to me. But so it looks like from a place of health and spirituality, I mean, you are going to address these things. Okay, and the Judgment card isn't in the reverse. You're going to address these things. I think you're noticing where it's affecting your life. You're noticing that it's affecting your love and your relationships. You're noticing that it's affecting your career and finances. You notice that you're not happy. And so you are going to go ahead and deal with this. I heard talk therapy for some of you. So maybe starting therapy. I kind of like that for health and spirituality too, that the King of Spears came out, because it means that you understand logically and objectively that it is the best thing for you, right? I do hear for some of you, though, that with the Judgment card out here, I do hear for some of you that your therapy is going to be court ruled. I mean, that's not great, but at least they're making you go to therapy. Nothing worse. A couple of you might be getting more into cardio, since this is health and spirituality, and Judgment is ruled by Leo, and the heart is a large part of Leo energy. So you might be getting into cardio. River by Broken Love is playing right now, and it's kind of catching my attention. Not every single song that popped up caught my attention. Your decision to do this too could come from a place of someone calling you out on your lack of not addressing your mental health, because really, like, your mental health is affecting all of this too. Okay. And that's really all I have for you, Gemini. Thank you for coming to your reading. Go ahead and click onto the other timestamps as you need for your sun, moon, and rising signs. And have a good March. Work on your mental health, please. Bye. Hello, if you're a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. We're going to take a look at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your health and spirituality. All right, so I noticed that the sun came back out of the clouds. It's been going in and out of the clouds basically the whole time I've been reading, and I'm only 4 signs in. So I'm just kind of taking that as confirmation if you're going to have like a happier month, or if you're going to have a more challenging month. I feel like for you, you're going to have a happier month. And let's go ahead and get started, Cancer. So, Spirit, can you give me for Cancers? Oh, okay. These cards stick together a little bit, so I tend to, like, if a bunch of them fall, I'm taking only the top card. Okay, so we have the World in reverse for you, Cancer. All right, so Spirit for Cancer for love and relationships. Okay, we have the Nine of Flowers, or the Nine of Wands, over here for you. So the world is fixed sign energy, so that's Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So those signs could be in your chart, or it could be involving a person with that energy in their own chart. And then we have the Nine of Wands here, which is fire energy. So it could definitely be a Leo. All right. So you might be feeling a little isolated, Cancer. A little isolated, and or like a lot of people are bringing you some disappointment, which is like the opposite of the overall energy I have for you. I feel like this isn't a major thing in your month. I feel like this is going to be addressed very quickly. There's some friendships or relationships that you need to end, and you're stalling it, essentially, or you've been stalling it. I feel like you're not doing it anymore. I feel like you're coming to the realization that enough is enough. And anyone who doesn't have your best interests at heart, anyone who isn't truly there for you, is, you know who you need to get rid of. It's just difficult for you to do, Cancer, because you're a sweeter sign. You're a more forgiving sign, especially if this is a love relationship. You really take those feelings and those promises that you make when you're in a romantic connection, you take those very seriously, right? But sometimes, Cancer, it is really best to choose ourselves. And that's why you have that hard protective shell, right? We actually have Carry On by Fun playing right now, which is about a sweetness of endings, and knowing that you need to just carry on with your life, that you need to just move on with your life, right? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at your career and finances, Cancer. All right. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. That's good, at least. Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Fool in the reverse. So the Fool is the very first card of the Major Arcana. And it's the beginning of Alice's journey through Wonderland. Okay. It's in the reverse, though, so this is the energy of kind of being skeptical of your own dreams, right? However, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is hard work. This is being hard at work. I feel like you're formulating like how to turn these dreams into reality. There was actually another sign earlier in the video that had a very similar message for their career and finances portion. I'm getting a Princess and the Frog vibe where she has this dream. She's not sure how to make a reality, but she's very, very hard at work. Okay. That movie might resonate with you and might have some messages for you. The Fool too, if I'm remembering correctly, I want to say the Fool is Aquarius energy. I could be wrong there. Please don't come at me if I'm wrong. I'm also seeing how you have the sun here and it's kind of blending into the background. So I feel like you're starting to have hope in those dreams, hope in being able to go for what you want. The sun just got a little bit brighter, so that's confirmation. The other thing too about this song Carry On that came on for this part of your reading, it is about knowing past is past and being able to move forward. Like it's not just necessarily, it's not quite about a relationship, but it is about knowing past is past and having the courage to go forward, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at your health and spirituality, Cancer. Can we get a card for Cancer's health and spiritual? Oh, okay, don't do that. These cards are now feeling harder to, they're feeling more resistant. All right, so yep, that's what I thought. So we have the Knight of Spears here, or the Knight of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Queen of Wands also in the reverse. Those came out together. Let's see what else we have for you. This is the one that caught my attention. And we have the Hermit in the reverse. Okay. So the Hermit is Virgo energy. And then we have some air energy here, and we have some fire energy here as well. So actually, I feel like you are going into a period of isolation, but it's not isolation that's due to other people. Like, it's not isolation that's being caused by other people. You're getting rid of these other people and you're now going into isolation, possibly focusing on this aspect of your life, Cancer. You're going into isolation, and it's because, like, quite honestly, your confidence is injured right now. And you found that you needed to stand by your boundaries over here, but it's difficult for you. I'm seeing that. And, you know, it's not always bad to go into isolation for the sake of, like, recollecting ourselves, regrounding ourselves, recentering ourselves, healing. Again, that's what you have that hard shell for. Okay? I feel too, because this Knight of Spears came out directly on top of the Queen of Flowers. Like, the only reason I knew there was another card back there is because I could feel it. So I really feel like these, you know, these boundaries that you are forcing yourself to have, even though it's a difficult thing for you, it is to protect the fact that you feel very vulnerable and unconfident right now. And you know that's not you. You know that's not how you normally feel. So you're trying to protect that vulnerable, soft part of you at this moment in time. That is all I have for you though, Cancer. Thank you for coming to your reading. As difficult as all this sounds, I feel like you do have good things on the horizon for you, Cancer. You just need to learn to better protect yourself and to better hold your own boundaries. But yes, thank you for coming to your reading. Have as good of a March as you can. Go ahead and click on over to the other signs as need be, and I will see you again. Bye. Hello, Leo, and welcome to your reading. We're going to look at your love and relationships, career and finances, and your health and spirituality for the month of March. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to occasionally mention songs that pop up, especially if they catch my attention. They might have messages for you, or they might be a bit of a theme song for you. I'm already seeing that the song that's coming up next is Man on the Silver Mountain by Rainbow. You might want to check that out, Leo. I feel like that song kind of defines you a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look at love and relationships for you. Okay. Love and okay. All right. So we have the Knight of Spears in the reverse with the World. So the World is fixed sign energy, which you are one of those fixed signs. Okay, it's Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. I feel like someone kind of has you by the tongue a little bit, Leo, which is very unusual for you. You know, the phrase is cat got your tongue, but someone kind of has your tongue a little bit. Especially how I see that her cat is asleep on her lap. This is potentially someone you feel very cozy and safe with. I feel like you are going to figure out how to go after this person, but you need to, and I feel like that's a little bit of like what's attractive about them to you is you're Leo, right? Like, you're Leo, you're the star of the show, you are king, queen, you are super confident, and for someone to get you a little bit tongue twisted, to challenge your confidence a tiny, not in a healthy, not in an unhealthy, toxic way, but for someone to like be stunning enough to you that you aren't sure what to say, like that's very attractive to you, right? But I do feel like you're gonna figure out how to, because she has like a little smile on her face, I feel like you're still in the dreaming, fantasizing process, but I feel like you are going to at some point go towards this person. I feel like that's the first one the whole time that's been positive in terms of love. Let's go ahead and look at your career and your finances now. Career and finances for Leo, please. Okay. All right, so we have the Three of Cups. Career and finances, please, for Leo. And we have the Lovers in the reverse. So this is Gemini energy right here. So this is, okay, this is not, I feel like for some of you, you are breaking up a partnership, a collaborative partnership that you had with another person. And this is ultimately in your best interest, actually, especially with the Three of Cups in reverse. It might even be, not in reverse, I'm sorry, but with the Three of Cups, it may even be a mutual decision. I'm not getting a bad energy off of this. Like, I feel like you're ending a collaboration with somebody, and ultimately it's because you're wanting to go in a more fun direction, a more celebratory direction. Or you are going to be celebrating the, or maybe like it's not so mutual, but you don't feel bad about it. You know, so you're definitely celebrating going from one collaboration or one partnership to doing something solo or doing something with someone else, right? I'm also noticing the apple here and how, like, I know it's an apple, but I kept thinking it was a peach the whole time I was looking down at it. Probably because you're peachy about the whole thing. I also heard the words sensual and juicy. I don't know how that relates to your career and finances, and you can keep that to yourself. But that might apply for some of you. I don't know. But yeah, that's really all I'm picking up for your career and finances. Let's go ahead and take a look then at your health and spirituality. So far, you've had the most positive read just in general, and I'm really liking that, Leo. So health and spirituality for Leo. Just go ahead. I don't want all those cards. I just want the top one. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords. Or the Four of Spears. Health and spirituality for Leo. Health and spirituality for Leo. And we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is taking a rest, a necessary rest, and this is childhood. I'm sorry, this isn't childhood. This is reciprocity. Reciprocity and rest. Maybe some of you are going home for a little while, visiting family right now. Taking a vacation is something else that I'm hearing here. Spa day is something else I heard. But yeah, you're really doing you right now, Leo. You're doing you, you're knowing when you need to rest, you're paying attention to the give and take in your life. I also heard balancing energy for some of you. And so yeah, having this positive center within you, Leo, like is definitely what's keeping all of these in good places, right? This is a challenge, but you're in a good place about it. This ending is occurring, but you're in a good place about it. or this is a challenge and you're in a good place about it, I meant. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, you're centered, you're valuing your health, you're valuing, the need to take a rest. And that's really benefiting the other areas of your life, Leo, for this month. So this is a great reading. Actually, I'm super happy for you about it. And yeah, that's really all I have for you. Go ahead and click around to the other readings as need be, and have a great March, Leo. Bye. Hello, if you're a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. We're going to look at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your health and spirituality. I'm also going to, I'm playing music in the background. I don't know whether or not you can hear it. So if any songs pop out to you while we're doing the reading, maybe go ahead and check those out, see if they have any messages for you, or if a song sticks out to me while I'm reading, I'm going to mention it. All right? And let's go ahead and get started for you then. So love and relationships for Virgo, please. All right. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. Love and relationships for Virgo, please. Love and relationships for Virgo. Okay. All right. So we also have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. So one of the things that was sticking out to me, Virgo, was all the gold around the hedgehog on this first card on the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like maybe for you that's a large focus right now, or you're really feeling good about the people in your life is also something that I'm hearing. Sundress by ASAP Rocky is playing right now. So yeah, maybe for some of you, you're feeling good about the people in your life. However, we will get a little bit more into that. Because here's the deal. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. And this is the refusal to walk away. Okay. You're refusing to walk away from someone or something that is not necessarily for you. Even as you have opportunities coming your way, a new person even coming your way, I'm not really feeling like this is a romantic partner, actually. I'm feeling a little bit more like this is a friendship or renewing a familial relationship. And I mean, maybe this is something that you have to just sit with for a little while, Virgo, especially because you are a shy sign. Okay, you're known to be a very shy sign. And so maybe you're needing to just like, I'm even hearing that like the new person coming into your life right now, or the new opportunity coming into your life right now, is part of what's making you notice that there might be something to walk away from. Okay. And then the Sun of Pentacles here, this is hard work. Maybe this new person excites you, but it's hard work. And you're having difficulty accepting it because they excite you. That's something I just heard. It could also be someone that you've known a long time, or you've put a lot of effort into the relationship. That is something else that I'm hearing. Like maybe it's someone that you knew from your past. Even though we don't have the Six of Cups here, I mean, that's something else that you can have with this kind of energy. Yeah, I feel like it's someone that you've invested a lot of time and energy into. For some of you, for a lot of you even, and that's why you're having a hard time walking away. I just heard best friend, too. Hmm. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to make any changes immediately. And go ahead and just sit with things and see what's right for you, you know? Because I get it. Like, that's not something I would ever take lightly either. And I don't suggest ever taking lightly the people in your life. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what you have for career and finances, Virgo. Okay, that flew right out. We have the Knight of Spears. Okay. I just heard put your money where your mouth is. Okay. And then we also have the Nine of Spears. This isn't going to be for all of you. It's only going to be for some of you. Especially because Virgo tends to be a shyer sign, so this definitely is not going to be all of you. But I feel like in your career or in your current job, you're being challenged to walk the talk for some of you. And I mean, he looks solid in his stance. So I feel like, I mean, you're going to succeed at that, but you are being challenged to walk the talk a little bit. I'm also seeing the clouds in the background over here. And the Nine of Spears is about burdens and being overworked, but maybe learning to ask for help is a thing for some of you. The clouds, though, I mean, for some of you, you're pushing through your own internal dialogue. Like maybe you don't have very healthy internal dialogue about your career, your finances. And I mean, that's something that is, I've found is pretty common among Virgos. A lot of people think of Virgos as being a very critical sign. And it's because, like, to a degree, like, you're idealistic and practical at the same time. You want the idealistic thing to happen, but you know how to take the practical steps to go about that thing, that vision. And I mean, that's kind of why Virgo is known as the perfectionist of the zodiac. And they just see the fullest potential of all things, including themselves. But you guys tend to be very impatient with yourself, especially. Like, as critical as you might be accused of being to other people, you tend to be 10 times more critical of yourself. And for those of you that are dealing with your internal dialogue, you're the ones I'm talking to right now. Learn to let that go a little bit and be more forgiving of yourself, and learn that you are human and you're capable of human error. Okay? And don't doubt yourself or your ability for that. Okay? But no, that's not all of you though. I mean, for some of you, you are being challenged to walk the talk a little bit in your job. So let's see what we have for health and spirituality. Spirit, health, and oh, okay. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So this applies back to those of you who are having issues with your internal dialogue and those of you who are almost having blinders on about some of the people in your life. You are a bit unhappy. Okay. You're a bit unhappy. And it's because you're not spending your energy wisely or you are bored. Okay. You might be doing things out of wanting a sense of validation. You might be yeah, I definitely feel like you're leaning on an external source of validation or a sensory source of validation or of drowning how unhappy you really are. And it becomes a cycle, right? Like if we're constantly seeking outside of ourselves for validation, it cycles into ourselves because the moment we don't get it, we become unhappy again. Or if you're spending your time doing things that don't really fulfill you and you're avoiding doing the things that would fulfill you simply due to a fear of failure, and that's something that's coming out very strongly for you, is you're noticing how much your fear of failure is really feeding into your depression. Okay. I feel like that's definitely something for you to work on this month, Virgo. And once we working on our head, working on our mental health, it does a lot to improve other aspects of our life, right? And I feel like that's definitely something that you need to master, is your own depression. And that's another unfortunate thing about your sign. Most Virgos I know suffer terribly from depression, and it's because they have such high expectations of themselves. So yeah, definitely learn to deal with your self expectations. Really reparent that inner child a bit. Because honestly, the way that you talk to yourself internally, Virgo, would you talk to a child like that? Probably not. And you're talking to your own inner child very harshly. And that's probably what this is about over here. You're probably seeking external validation a lot. So you're not seeing the people that you need to walk away from because their approval matters so much to you, yet it's so hard to get it. Right? So yeah, that's kind of also this burgundy purpley color just popped out at me. Maybe look for things in that color this month. I don't know. But yeah, so that's all I have for you, Virgo. Thank you for coming to your reading. I know this reading took a little bit longer than a couple of the others, and I preached at you a little bit. It is out of love and light, honestly. So thank you. And I hope you have a good March. Please work on your internal dialogue, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hi, Libra. Welcome to your reading. If you're a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then this is probably for you. So we're going to look at your love and your relationships, your career and finances. Excuse me. And your health and spirituality. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to occasionally mention songs as they pop up, or if you hear them in the background, maybe you should go check it out. I am seeing, as we're about to get into your love and relationships part, I am seeing the song Into the Night by Santana and Chad Kroeger pop up. So maybe you have a passionate romance going on. I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look. See. Love and relationships for Libra, please. Okay, that flew out of my hand. So we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That's good. I heard for some of you that this love is an escape. And we have the Three of Fire. Okay. Or the Three of Wands. So yeah, definitely, so Three of Wands, interestingly enough, it's normally a card of like you're waiting for that ship to come in, or like you have hope for good things on the horizon. And then with the Ten of Swords in the reverse here, you're letting go of burdens. So I feel like because this is more of air fire energy, there might be a lot of flirtation that you're experiencing right now, Libra. I'm not seeing exactly a relationship, but I am seeing a lot of flirtation. And it's helping you to feel good about yourself and feel optimistic, which you should feel good about yourself, Libra. You are a very beautiful sign, typically. And you have a great eye for things that are beauteous. And you tend to be a more harmonious sign, right? So yeah, I'm sensing a lot of flirtation for you in the month of March, catching a lot of eyes, perhaps. So yeah, that's definitely like, that's nice. Like that's a nice positive feeling, right? And flirting is a good part of how we get those flames going, you know? So let's take a look at what you have for career and finances, Libra. Okay, so that... Okay. So we have the Lovers in reverse with the Hanged Man in the reverse. What else do we have for career and finances? Another sign got the Lovers in reverse actually in the career and finances section. So if you have Leo in your chart, maybe go check that out. Career and finances, Spirit. Okay, thank you. All right, and then we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. All right. So one of the things that sticks out to me immediately is the Lovers in reverse. I mean, that's always depicting two people. However, the Hanged Man does not. But in this particular card, she's looking at her own reflection. Okay. And the Hangman in reverse. Oh, also, this is Pisces energy and this is Gemini energy. And then you have the Seven of Swords and the reverse here too. So, and the Seven of Swords and the reverse is feeling defeated. So yeah, you have a feeling of limbo, you have a sort of disharmony going on, and you feel a little bit defeated. I heard for some of you, it's between inner self and outer self. Like maybe you wear a facade at your job and you're just not feeling that anymore. You don't want to do that anymore, which, I mean, I'm really big on being our authentic selves at all times, right? For some of you, you've had a falling out with somebody to do with your career. But I'm really feeling with this suspension card, like that's what's really grabbing my attention. It's really an inner conflict. It's really a inner self versus outer self thing for you. So definitely maybe taking some time to really reharmonize within yourself and get recentered again. The red on this card and the red on their pants is also really sticking out to me. So maybe that inner conflict is about the fact that you feel very angry about something. And you're just constantly putting on a mask to hide that you are angry about something to do with your job. And you're not sure what to do about it. And the purple curtain back here is also grabbing my attention. So maybe for some of you, your inner conflict is you are unhappy, but it's a good job. Like purple is the color of royalty, wealth, what have you. So maybe it's a job that brings you a lot of financial abundance, but you are not happy. And that's where that inner conflict comes from, Libra. So yeah, definitely, I always tell people, like, ultimately, you know what's best for you. You should always sit with your own feelings, your own thoughts, and figure out what's best for you. But I also tend to tell people that no amount of money replaces your mental health. Now, I am sitting here saying that as someone who does not have a family to take care of. I do not have children. I live in a roommate situation. However, I used to do the overnight shift at my job, and it paid more. And it was a guaranteed 40 hours. It ate away at my mental health so much, though. And I really resisted, like, it was literally exacerbating my depression and my anxiety terribly, to where I was having pretty dark and unhelpful thoughts. And I really, really resisted going back to days because I knew I would lose the extra money that overnight pays you. And I knew it would not be a guaranteed 40 hours. However, my mental health was getting to where that was becoming a larger problem. So I went to days, and it's not 40 hours, but they do keep me at 30. I had to prove that I was worth being kept at 30, being one of like 50 checkers at my job. I had to spend a month or two proving I was worth that. And a roommate situation came to me a week after I made that change. I now spend less money on my living expenses than I used to, and obviously help with groceries. So sometimes it's really difficult to see the good that will come to us after we make a change to make ourselves happy, but following our happiness, good follows that. So, go ahead and really sit with yourself, sit with whether or not you can, if your mental health is and happiness is truly worth it. And like I said, a good thing might pop up after you make this change, but you have to make room for the change to come in. All right? Did not mean to get on my soapbox too much with you, Libra, but I just felt the need to really stress that money is not worth our mental health. It is not worth our happiness, And speaking of mental health, let's go ahead and take a look at your health and spirituality. I also love Her by Seether is popping out, and that song is, just take a listen to it. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. And we have the Queen of Wands in the reverse. I just heard learning to be humble for some of you. For others of you, maybe you're turning more towards spirituality than you did before, largely because you are unhappy in your career. Your confidence, though, taking a hit, and that was something that tends to occur when we're not being authentic with ourselves, which is part of the issue over here. I notice that she's reading too, so maybe you're turning more towards spiritual texts than you did before. Or maybe you're just reading more, like just spending more time in solitude and reading more, but that would be more hermit energy. Maybe you're reading self-help books this month, Libra. So, yeah, I mean, tending to your mental health is a good way to cope with things, but again, try to make sure that you're not putting a band-aid over a wound. A band-aid over a gunshot wound. I don't remember the exact quote. You understand what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's all I have for you for the month of March, Libra. Thank you for coming to your reading. Go ahead and click over to the other timestamps as necessary, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hello, if you're a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. We're going to look at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your health and spirituality. I'm also going to, there's music playing in the background. Not sure how well you can hear it, but if songs stand out to you, maybe go ahead and take a listen to them. Or sometimes if they catch my attention, I will mention them. The one catching my attention actually for you is If Heaven Ain't a Lot Like Dixie by Hank Williams Jr. God, that is such Scorpio energy in that song too. So I would suggest you going and taking a listen at it just to hear it. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at your love and relationships, Scorpio. Love and relationships for Scorpio, please. Love and relationship. Oh, okay. Oh my gods. Okay. Well, congratulations. You're the first one to get 4 cards for a single portion. And I'm just going to take all those. So we have the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Magician. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. So the Queen of Swords is a take no bullshit kind of energy. The Ace of Swords is ideas and inspiration. The Magician is knowing what you want and manifesting it towards you. And the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse is coming out of a lack mentality. I actually really like this energy for you in general, Scorpio. Yeah, I really, really like this energy. So maybe you've been having issues with love and relationships, especially if you're single. And it possibly had you feeling bummed about it, but you're getting a better idea of knowing what you want in a partner. And not only are you going to accept no less than what you want in a partner, Scorpio, but you're going to manifest that shit to you. There might even be someone that you want to tell off. Just looking at this, there might be someone you want to tell off. Which I wouldn't blame you. Or maybe you want to demand certain boundaries. I wanted to say behavior. You want to demand certain behavior. You shouldn't demand certain behavior out of people, but you should demand boundaries. Ways that you expect to be treated and ways that you are going to treat yourself, right? But yeah, so I really like that for you, Scorpio, knowing what you want and magnetizing it to you, magnetizing the person that you want to you, whether you actually have someone in mind or you just have a very good idea of the kind of person you want, right? So I love that for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at your career and finances, Scorpio. Career and finances for Scorpio. Don't do that. Career and finances for Scorpio. And you never get enough. Sorry, sorry. So that song is Sick and Twisted Affair by My Darkest Days. Maybe that will resonate for you. So for career and finances, we do have the Ten of Swords. What else do we have for career and finances for Scorpio? And we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So some of you might be in school right now. Possibly taking a really large course load. Maybe you're taking some courses that are very, very challenging to you. Or maybe you're starting a new job. Or you got transferred within your job. But either way, like this is definitely the energy of learning. You're learning new skills. You're learning, some of you it's how to better make money. Like maybe you're starting a new project. Maybe you're starting a business. But it's coming out to be more work than you thought it was going to be. It's more demanding than you thought it was going to be. However, you're a very driven sign, Scorpio. You tend to be very, very driven. Hard work does not scare you, which might be why you're finding yourself a little bit overworked, because you weren't expecting the load that you were going to end up with. I'm not getting a negative energy from this. I'm getting kind of a neutral energy. So that tells me that, for some of you, you'll be fine, not a big deal. For some of you, even like I heard, go home, have a drink. So like learning to leave work at work and rest and recharge yourself at home, and that helps you to master the work. I'm not feeling like this is going to be a major problem. It just feels super challenging right now, this month, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at your I just blanked. Your health and spirituality. Wow. Let's take a look at your health and spirituality. Maybe you need to tend to your health and spirituality. Okay, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Health and spirituality for Scorpio, please. Okay, so we also have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. I'm hearing for some of you, like you're reaching certain fitness goals and you're plateauing. Which, I mean, it's good to reach your goal, but you're not as satisfied about it as you thought you were going to be. That's only for some of you, though. I'm also hearing that for some of you, you thought you were done with your emotional healing and you're learning that you're needing to do more of it. I mean, that is ultimately what this is. The Three of Swords in the reverse. So that's heartbreak, but it's when it's in the reverse, you're tending to it, right? Some of you are getting over a relationship that didn't go the way you wanted. And then the Two of Wands in the reverse. Okay, that's the energy of not acknowledging the full reality of the situation. So some of you are still allowing yourself to live in the fantasy of something. Okay. So there's a lot of things going on energetically here. Like some of you are doing emotional healing. Some of you are plateauing with a fitness goal. Some of you are living in a fantasy at the moment as a coping mechanism. Some of you are not facing the fact that you got what you wanted in a situation, but it's not what you really want. Like some of you are not facing... I hear that some of you, I don't know why this... Actually, no, I do. Never mind. So for those of you that need to tell a person off, it's because you're realizing that a person who you thought made you happy does not make you as happy as you thought, and you're getting ready to deal with that. So that's why you're telling this person off. And you're possibly burying yourself in work as a result of that. That's very specific. But yeah. I'm also noticing all the green here, so that usually signals to me that you need to do some heart chakra work. Hot-Blooded by Foreigner is playing, so I mean, maybe some of you are unhappy because you're in a sneaky link situation. Or you're obsessing over a person. That's something else that I just heard. And it's really just taking over your head. And it's not uncommon, actually, for like things that have to do with either of these to pop up over here, because ultimately our mentality is super interwoven with other aspects of our lives. But yeah, that's all I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you for coming to the reading. I hope you took more good out of it than bad. But I read the cards as I see them. Go ahead and click over to other timestamps as you need, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hello, so if you're a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. My deck feels heavy. Just saying that right now, my deck feels heavy. So either there's a lot going on in the month for you, Sag, or it's not your best month this month. We're gonna go ahead and look at the cards and see what's going on for you. So we're gonna look at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your health and spirituality. I almost specifically said mental health, so maybe that's a thing for you. I also feel very tired right now. So you possibly are needing a lot of rest this month, but let's go ahead and see what comes out for you. Also, Risen by I Set to Kill is playing right now, so that might have a message for you. I don't mention every single song that pops up, just the ones that catch my attention. All right, so let's look at love and relationships for Sagittarius, please. Okay, so we have the Magician. That's good. The Magician popped out in love and relationships for Scorpio too. So maybe if you have that on your chart, go ahead and pay special attention to that. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'm feeling... I feel like you're calling in either a relationship that you're not quite ready for, or at least you think you're not quite ready for it yet. That's one thing I'm getting here with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Feeling out of sync with your masculine energy, that's another thing I'm getting here. I'm also getting for some of you that someone's coming into your life. Does not have to be romantic, but it could be. But someone coming into your life who is pretending to be more abundant than they really are. So those are a few different messages. So definitely like make sure that when you meet new people that you're being discerning, you know, you're dropping into your body and feeling with your intuition, whether or not these people are for you. And again, like just using your head. But yeah, so that's a small challenge coming to you in the month of March in your love and relationship department. It doesn't feel horrible, it just it has small lesson energy, if that makes sense. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at your career and finances. Career and finances, Sagittarius. Okay. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Is this 2 cards? It is. I'm just going to take the top one. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, and then we also have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Mona Lisa by The Lonely Island is playing right now, and that kind of grabbed my attention a little bit. Probably not just because it's boppy. It does have a bit of a fuck it energy, with lack of better terminology. And that makes some sense here with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Swords is one of those cards that you definitely prefer in the reverse simply because it's getting out of your head. It's getting out of your unhealthy thoughts, okay? And that's definitely something we should be doing. And then... so that's where... you're getting out of your thoughts, which is a good thing, but then with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, you kind of feel like you're fighting a losing battle. And that's not a good place to feel with your careers and your finances. It might not be a great month for you financially, Sagittarius, and that could be a little bit of what I was picking up with my deck feeling kind of heavy. It's not a great month financially. It's not going to kill you. You're just kind of ignoring it. Or did I say ignoring it? I hope you're not ignoring it. Some of you might be ignoring it. You're accepting it. Okay, you're just accepting it. Combined with the song, I'm almost getting like a shameless accepting of where you are, your thoughts and your feelings, which I mean, that's definitely a good place to be. So yeah, I mean, maybe you're just kind of, you're not feeling impoverished about it. You're just accepting that this is a bad month and it is what it is. And I mean, that's really powerful, actually, Sagittarius. Like learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable. There's a lot of power in that because ultimately that means that you know that you're resourceful and you know that you can climb whatever hill or mountain you come across, right? So let's go ahead. And it could have to do with this person, you know? Let's go ahead and take a look at your health and spirituality. Again, I almost said mental health, so apparently you're really working on that. So we have the Fool in the reverse. Okay. What else do we have for health and spirituality? Okay, and we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so I heard for some of you, you're letting words get to you, which you shouldn't. I also heard for some of you, naivety. Like you're being naive about something or not using your head. Some of you are falling into gossipy behavior. That's not great. And yeah, I mean that does make sense why this month has a little bit of a learning lessons kind of feel to it for you. Like I feel like in order to cope with these things that aren't so great in your life, you're falling into social behaviors from childhood that you know better than. Like that's really the feel I'm getting here. Because the Page of Swords, especially in the reverse, is gossiping, talking smack, not communicating properly, and not even trying to, right? Talking about business that isn't yours. I just heard that specifically. And then the Fool in the reverse is being naive, childlike even. Go watch a Disney movie. I just heard go watch a Disney movie. And maybe that's what you need to do right now, Sag. Maybe that's your self-care right now. Yeah, I mean, that's what I have. This is what I see for you. The messages are, there's a few different messages depending on you, like take what resonates. But I don't see a horrible month. I just see a month that's not your best, but it's not your worst either. So that's good at least. Thank you for coming to your reading, Sag. I'm sorry it wasn't better, but it's only March, right? It's only March. So the rest of the year will be better, right? Go ahead and click on over to the other readings as necessary, and I'll see you again soon, Sag. Bye. Hello, if you are a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome to your reading. We're going to be looking at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your health and spirituality. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it, Cap. I'm feeling a meh energy, honestly, right now. So let's go ahead, and this card's sticking out, so let's see what... Okay, so we have transformation, death. That's Scorpio energy right there. Especially if you have Scorpio in your chart. Or you could be dealing with a Scorpio. And then we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We have How Long by Hinder playing right now. So the transformation card or the death card is about a rebirth. It's shedding old skin. And then the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is you're trying to balance something, but you're kind of dropping the ball a little bit. I feel like a relationship is going through a change or a transition for you. I am feeling like with the two pink hedgehogs here, I am feeling this is definitely it's talking about a romantic relationship more than any other kind of relationship, but it won't be a romantic relationship for every single one of you. But I do see one that's going through a transformation. And for some of you, it's ending. For some of you, you're going through an actual breakup. I heard distraction, like it's causing a big distraction for you. Not all of you are going through a breakup or a divorce, though. Some of you, it's just a rut, but it's a difficult rut. Like it feels like it's heading in that direction. I heard for some of you, you dropped the ball. Like you leaned out of your relationship too much. Leaned into your work too much. And I mean, sometimes that's necessary, Capricorn. Not everyone is for us, and that's painful, but it is something we have to go through. And not fighting how we feel about it is usually the key to getting through it faster. Let's go ahead and take a look at your career and finances, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. What else do we have for you? Okay, that kind of flew out. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse. So you're not happy about your career and finances. And maybe that's what affected your relationship over here. The cup right here that's on top is really sticking out to me. So maybe if you're in a position of power, you're not happy with that. Like maybe you want to step down from that. What else do we have here? Literally, there's a song playing now called It Could Always Be Worse by Sean and Little Extra. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, it feels like you're leaning more into your work because of your unhappiness. Because the Six of Swords is about a recent difficult or challenging time and the need to take a rest. And I did say earlier that, like, with this cup right here, you might be thinking about stepping down. Or you just need to take a little vacation, maybe, and deal with your emotions. And Capricorn, you are I mean, you're the goat. You're the goat. And, I mean, yeah, you're the one who really charges into their career. You're the one who spearheads things. Um, you're great in a position of authority. You're great at managing businesses. Um, and you are that energy of no days off, but occasionally it's good to take a day off. Occasionally it's good to take a vacation. Okay. If you're always giving 110%, which you tend to do, eventually you run out and you have to recharge that, right? Especially if there's something going on in your emotional body that you need to tend to, let yourself tend to that. Don't bury yourself in your work. Don't become a workaholic. Take a rest, take a vacation, deal with your emotions, get back to work, right? Let's take a look at your health and spirituality, Capricorn. Okay. We're just going to take that top one. Yeah, temperance, balance. The need to rebalance. What else? And be patient. That's the other thing I heard, is be patient. And we have the world. Oh my God. So this is Libra energy, and then this is fixed sign energy. So Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. Literally, she's sleeping. She's literally napping. Okay. Yeah, if you're going through a breakup or a separation or a divorce or something, the universe is really signaling to you that you need to take your time out of your daily routine. You need to take a vacation. You need to take a rest. You need to just let yourself heal for now. Do not bury yourself in work, Capricorn. It's really being stressed in this entire reading that you need to not do that right now. Okay? You probably easily had the most straightforward reading out of all the readings. And I'm sorry it wasn't a happy one, but sometimes the universe tells us what we need to hear and not what we want to hear. All right? So go ahead and click over to the other readings as necessary and take time out for yourself, Capricorn. Deal with your emotions, please. I'll see you again soon, and it won't be hard all the time, okay? It doesn't have to rain all the time. Go watch The Crow and have a cry. Have a good one, Capricorn. Bye. Hello, Aquarius. So while I was reshuffling, this card flew out, the Page of Pentacles. So we're just going to put that up there for the moment. I feel like that's maybe an overall energy for you for this month. You're just learning a lot. That's always good. And other than that, if you're an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, go ahead and stick around. So we're going to look at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your health and spirituality. All right. So Aquarius, love and relationships, please. Aquarius, love and relationships. Yeah, I'm really... lessons is the theme, is what I just heard. Lessons is the theme. But not in a bad way, like in a good way. Like you're learning new skills. You're refining yourself. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups. That's good. And we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, definitely like this is good learning curve energy here. Okay, this is Five of Cups in the reverse is not paying attention to the things that aren't coming to you and choosing to pay attention to what is coming to you, because you recognize that the thing that's being offered to you is in fact your happiness, is in fact your wish fulfillment. Like this is definitely the energy of a door, you close one door, another one opens. You aren't paying attention to rejection because you're instead seeing the person who is coming towards you. Okay, this is... I'd be very surprised if this isn't a relationship entering your life in the month of March, Aquarius. That's awesome. I just heard all that glitters is not gold. So yeah, like definitely you're not bothered by a rejection that you just dealt with. And that's great, Aquarius. I'm loving that for you. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's see what we have for your career and finances. Okay, so we have the Tower in the reverse. And we have the Six of Wands. Okay. This is Aries energy, I want to say. Yeah, I want to say that's Aries energy. I just heard House of Cards. I don't know if that's in reference to your life or the show itself. And we have the Ten of Swords. So that's burdens. So we have burdens. That's Ten of Swords energy. The Tower in reverse is a large shift and change happening that you were feeling was coming, but you were resisting, and now the universe is doing it for you. And the Six of Wands is, it is feeling a bit defeated. Okay. I'm hearing for some of you it's a layoff or being let go from a job. For others of you, I'm hearing it's like if you had a business, it's taking a really large hit. I just heard apply the lesson, like applying the lesson over here that you are successfully applying to the situation right here. So yeah, like definitely something where you weren't feeling fulfilled anyway, you weren't feeling appreciated anyway in your career and finances, like you weren't walking away like you needed to do, so the universe is doing it for you. I just laughed. I'm sorry. Maybe you feel humor about it. That would be nice. And you feel humor about most things, to be fair. But yeah, just make sure that because with the Six of Wands in the reverse, it does sometimes indicate a hit to your confidence or a hit to your self-image. Especially with tower moments, it's really good to try not to get into our heads about those things because tower moments occur, especially in the reverse. They occur when we know that we need to make a change or we need to walk away from something and we're refusing to do it, so the universe does it for us. And it's never about us. It's never about a deficiency that we have. The universe doesn't take things from us because those things were for us. They take things from us because those things were not for us. And we found doing it ourselves to be too difficult. Walking away ourselves to be too difficult for some reason. And there's usually a lesson in that. I feel especially with the Ten of Swords here that it was an issue of your pride. It was a big issue of your pride. Maybe you have issues asking for help. Or maybe you have issues admitting when you can't do something, when something isn't for you. And so the universe took it away from you. But generally speaking, the universe will replace it with something else. Like, and that definitely is why I heard, like, apply the lesson. Try to not take this to heart. Try to not let it affect the way you see yourself and apply the lesson. See what's coming to you instead. See what's coming to you in order to replace what the universe took away from you. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at your health and spirituality, Aquarius. Okay. I guess. So we have the Queen of Cups. That's good. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the King of Wands. I mean, this is good. Because this means that, like, the issue of confidence, the crisis of confidence that you're feeling over here, it's not going to last. You know who you are, Aquarius. You are a confident sign. You're confident in who you are. And you have your passions to fall back on. And I feel like that's something you're really going to do. You're going to nurture those things that you're passionate about and focusing on your relationship. And I mean, ultimately, that's how we bring more good to us, is to focus on the good which already exists. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse over here, however, so Four of Pentacles is one of those cards that it is better in the reverse ultimately. It's So right side up, it's the ill use of resources. Either you're overspending or underspending. Over here, you're balancing how to use your resources, especially I heard yourself as a resource. Okay. So you're definitely not letting this get you down. I mean, it probably is hurting at first, but you're not letting it get you down. By the end of the month, I definitely see you seeing the good in things, especially with the Queen and King energy here. Leaning into your passions, leaning into what makes you happy, nurturing yourself and other people. I heard that I heard leadership. So maybe for some of you, you're stepping into a leadership role, but after you tend to your own energy first, right? So this was a pretty good reading for you, Aquarius. I'm really happy about it. And thank you for coming to your reading. Go ahead and click on over to the other timestamps as necessary. And I'll see you again soon. Bye. Hello, if you are a Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, welcome. This reading is for you. So we're going to look at your love and relationships, your career and finances, and your, my flash came on for my camera. I didn't even know I could do that with video recording. Or your health and spirituality. All right. So the flash coming on and all that. So apparently this is a very important month for you, Pisces, so pay special attention to it. Also, I'm going to be pointing out songs that catch my attention from that are playing in the background, or if you hear something in the background, the song playing that's catching my attention is Before I Ever Met You by Banks, so maybe that song resonates for you. I'm feeling a little bit more scatterbrained than I was during the previous readings, which I mean is slightly Pisces energy. I am a Pisces, so I know that. Let's go ahead and get into it, all right? So, love and relationships for Pisces, please. Love and relationships for, okay, so we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So, between that and the song, and we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, a breakup. I see a breakup for you. I also see that you're being a little emotionally immature, or this person doesn't fill your cup. Can we get one more card, Spirit? Oh my god, I didn't realize that. Okay, I thought the camera was more zoomed in than it had been, and I was like, okay, that's a little weird. Interesting. Can we get one more card, Spirit? Okay, we're also getting death in the reverse, so that's Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or there's Scorpio in your chart. Okay, so for some of you, you're not breaking up and you need to be. You need to end something, and you're being emotionally immature about it. And I mean, Pisces, I mean, it's pretty normal for you to not want to hurt other people. But I'm going to tell you something that one of my friends always tells me, and it's you're the pretty kitty. Okay? Obviously, like, don't be nasty with another person, but you need to value yourself first. You're the pretty kitty. Okay? Dig by Incubus is also playing for, so maybe some of you are being too hasty. Yeah, it's definitely something. I would click over to the other readings too to see what else comes up in this particular subject for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at your career and finances too, Pisces. So career and finances. Yeah, because I feel for a lot of you, like you're definitely going to need to look at the other readings. Like I feel like it's very different for most of you. Okay, so we do have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. What else do we have here? And we have the Eight of Swords. So some of you are being kind of defensive at work. Some of you are not putting in the work that you're capable of putting in. I heard that. You're letting things affect you. You're not getting along as well as you could be at work. Or some of you are undervaluing the work that you do. The Ace of Spears in reverse just fell out. Yeah, some of you are not being too kind to yourself about your own work. Or you're having ideas and you're not speaking up. Let's see what's going on in your health and spirituality. Okay, the Tower. Yes, some endings are coming towards you that you weren't willing to do. I just heard the word excavation. So maybe you're going through a rebirth, but normally that would be the Death card. And we did get the Knight of Cups. I just heard lean into your masculine energy. So that's some of you, like you're a strong need to pay more attention to your needs. Because you're not happy in these other arenas. I just heard realizing you can provide these things to yourself, like providing love to yourself and providing for yourself financially too. The vibe in this reading, Pisces, is a bit different. Like it feels very like there's just kind of a lot going on emotionally, right? I'm noticing how he's an umbrella. He's an umbrella. And an umbrella is there to protect us from the rain. So I definitely feel like you're going to be leaning into your own masculinity. I mean, you're taking some hits here, but like lean into your own masculine energy. Provide yourself the emotional nourishment that you need. It's going to be a slightly tough month for you, Pisces, but you'll be fine. Like, that's definitely what I'm seeing here. You're definitely going to be fine. It's just not the best month in the world for you. If any of you also have Sagittarius in your chart, go ahead and click over to that reading as well. And you'll see why we can get over there. But in general, like, that's all I have for you, Pisces. Thank you for coming to the reading. I'm sorry it's not happier. But not every month is great. And we know that. Go ahead and click on over to the other timestamps as necessary, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.